What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with another haul video, and man, I'm excited to show you this one. I got some good stuff. Not very many books, but today's episode is all about quality over quantity. Because I gave you quantity last with the mystery box video, and we will probably get another one of those. And I still haven't put them away yet, so I got my work cut out. I haven't put them in my database yet, so they're not on my CLZ and they're not in the boxes. I got lazy and haven't put anything away. So today we've got some really exciting stuff to show you. One thing I got to do first is I got to switch out a backing board here. Yeah, that's right. You see it. It's the... Oh, but it don't fit. Never mind. We'll have to try to get it. We'll get that taken care of later. Well, after the books. But anyway. Oh, so the news. What's in the news today? Gee, did anything happen? Oh, yeah. The Super Bowl is over. Finally, to be honest with you, I didn't care about either team. So I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. But, of course, everybody was talking about the halftime shows, and some people were for it, some people were against it, some people are talking about they're going to switch off the Super Bowl, and they're going to switch over to Turning Point USA's halftime show and watch Kid Rock, and I'm just wasn't a fan of any of them, so I didn't watch either Super Bowl show. But, oh my God, the people, I don't understand why you just can't watch what you want to watch and then shut up about it. So now we get to endure a week's worth or more of which one outperformed the other one, and because whichever one outperformed makes you right, apparently. So instead of it just being about I'm not a fan of Bad Bunny, so I switched it over and watched something that I like better, or I'm not a fan of Kid Rock, but I love Bad Bunny, so I watched Bad Bunny. Instead of it being about that, of course it's got to be all about racism and all this other stuff, and it's just, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And then, of course, Bad Bunny, I guess the Super Bowl held these little messages up here. Yeah. Wow, they're great messages, aren't they? They're great. They make for wonderful TV, and they certainly make you look good. They make you look like a role model and stuff, you know. And it's all about unity and love and all that. Unfortunately, nobody practices those things. That's the problem with this country today. Is everybody says they have these high moral standards for themselves, but it only applies if you agree with them. So if you don't agree with them, then you're some miserable piece of shit and you don't deserve to breathe, because that's about unity and love and all that good stuff. So I didn't watch any one of them. I didn't watch none of the halftime shows, didn't watch the Super Bowl. Sat back in my recliner and I watched episodes of Friends and drank my sweet tea. And you know what? Didn't miss a thing. No regrets whatsoever. So it really is that simple, folks. If you don't like a performer at a halftime show, don't watch it. If there's an alternative that you do like, go watch it. Doesn't make you a bad person. People that don't watch your program doesn't inherently make them evil. Really, I promise. It's okay. Watch what you want and enjoy what you like. It's like comic books. Collect what you like. And, you know, but don't expect everybody else to like what you collect. It's no big deal. But anyway, let's get into some books, because I'm real excited to show you these. First up, I did get DC's Knockout Boss Battle #1. This is one of the foils that I got, and I know, and it's a wraparound. I do have a clear backing boards for them. I was trying to put it in, But as you can see, these are Silver Age backing boards. And so I'm going to have to get me a Silver Age bag out here if I have any that'll fit it. But I was excited for the Boss bag. I know, and I keep telling myself, lay off the lay off the modern stuff, quit buying new stuff, and there we go. We got it now. But but I love the DC. I love the crossover stuff. Love the DC Marvel crossover stuff. So I'm gonna get them. There we go. But anyway, and it was foil too. So I mean, we got everybody on here. We got Witchblade, Superman. We got, holy crap! I didn't even notice that. Is that Annabelle? But we got Vampirella on the back. I mean, this is just crossover madness here, and I love it. I love it. But the most intriguing one, and the reason why I actually pulled the trigger on it, yes, I got 2 copies, and this is all I got for Midtown that week. But is this bad boy? Superman versus Homelander. What a cool concept. I had not read it yet, but I have read some preliminary reports that you might be a little disappointed in it. So I'm going, oh God, is it another one of those they fight to a draw or something like that or whatever? The Rock does a run in and interrupts the match, and and it's done. But I was excited. That is such a badass cover, though. Superman versus Homelander. How often are you going to see that? But so I was excited about that, and that is actually the only 2 books I got. No facsimiles. No. That's all I got from Midtown, as far as modern stuff. But so it's going to go in my file. See, I file these, instead of filing them under DC Knockout or something like that, I file these in a whole separate section of my collection called DC versus Marvel and stuff, even though it's not DC versus Marvel per se, but who knows. But it's DC, it's a crossover event, so it'll probably go with all my DC versus Marvel stuff. All right. Excuse me. Next up, hey, good. You know what? This came in a crappy bag and board, and I just put those in a new bag and board, which means I got a brand new bag and board. Oh, I showed it. Dang, you got a sneak peek of it. Damn it. That's right. But I got a new bag and board for this one now. And this is Batman number 246. This really cool Neal Adams cover. Giordano, I think, Dick Giordano, I think that's how you pronounce it, did the inks, the pencils, or Neal Adams. But Neal Adams always does these controversial covers, and I love them. But Batman 246, and you got Robin hanging. I mean, that's, you can almost not get away with that these days, but back then, yeah, man, it was all fair game. But I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Of course, it's a mid grade, but it's 50 years old. So what are you gonna do? But I still love it. Got it for a pretty decent price, so I was happy with that. Next up, and then that's keeping with my quest to spend my money on less modern and more like Neal Adams and stuff like that. Next up, not the key I want, but definitely a key, and it's in the thinnest Mylar I've ever seen in my life. I mean, but this is Flash 127 Not the first appearance, but the first cover appearance of Gorilla Grodd. This has been on my hit list for a while. I don't like the Mylar that it's in. Like I said, this is the flimsiest Mylar. Look at that. I mean, it's almost just like cellophane, like you see wrapping for candy. But love it, in decent condition. I believe there is a little bit of a staple pull on that corner, but otherwise pretty good condition. But first cover art for Gorilla Grodd, I was just absolutely stoked to get that. I'll put it in a clean bag. And then last but not least, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. It is a commission piece by by my friend Ryan's buddy, who is an artist named Danny Givens. You might remember him from such. Well, shit, the glare is on it. Here, let me see if I can pick this up. Well, you might remember him from. Oh hell. The glare is right on it. Hold on, I'll just pull them off here. From covers like this one that I got from him. And this one is also Danny Givens. Love the Man Bat. And this Mr. Freeze Batman cover. Those were all Danny Givens. So I was so impressed by his work that I reached out to my friend. Why is it going to be the last one? It's always got to be the last one. There we go. It gives me a hard time. I reached out to my friend Ryan and I said, can you get with Danny Givens and see if he can do a cover for me that I've always wanted. I have always wanted a cover that has my logo incorporated into it, and I thought about it, what I wanted, and I came down to everybody knows I like Teen Titans, and one of my favorite Teen Titan characters, also one that is a magical character, so I wanted one with Raven on the cover, and I wanted her conjuring like an image of my logo, and he knocked it out of the park. So he got this blank cover and he pulled this Raven cover off for me, and he nailed it out of the park. Gotta love it. Look at that, my logo shining through there, just as pretty as can be. But I was so stoked when I got that. He did such a great job. I finally got a Stevie B exclusive with my logo. But it turned out beautifully. So thank you, Danny, and thank you, Ryan, for facilitating this for me and getting this book for me. Absolutely love it. So I gotta find somebody's getting the boot from the wall. I don't know who yet, but somebody's definitely getting booted from the wall and getting replaced. And is going to go up there with my other 3 Danny Givens art covers. I'm not sure who's going to get it as of yet, but somebody's getting demoted for that one to go up there. Anyway, but that is it for the haul. Super excited about it. Real excited now. I got the mitigated task of putting all these books away. I had a couple stacks of them to put away. And get that done. So I feel like I've accomplished something today. But anyway, that is going to do it for this week's haul video. Before you go, do me a favor and like, subscribe, share, comment, do all those YouTube things we love for you to do. And that's going to do it for this one. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace.